Hi, I'm Jason Davis. I'm 28 years old. I am a gang consultant and also the co-author of Water Bloods in My Vein. Pretty much my upbringing was with both parents, but one was a workaholic, my mother, and my father was the addict, the abuser. Non-sexually, but verbally and physically, he tortured us in that household. My cousin had died of AIDS in '95. This is when blood started coming into the picture, and what I did was I gladly joined up. To be all honest, they didn't know what they was getting into when they recruited me. I contemplated homicide and suicide like 14, 13. A lot of them got introduced to that kind of lifestyle like after the fact. I seen guns before. I held guns before through my father. I seen a smoking gun before Bloods. So when I got introduced to Bloods, it was just, second nature. Now not too many people get to see what I call the devil in the flesh. Men that can commit acts of murder, people that can do that kind of stuff. It's hard to conversate with these kind of people. It is. That's why they wear 2 masks. My daughter, I never had to wear a mask for. She can see through all of that. There's a couple of times she's been watching TV and it'd be a shooting scene and she'd pick up a toy and say, "Bow, you're dead." But she had the coldest face on, and she'd start laughing, "Ha ha, I got you." And it used to trip me out sometimes. She's been in about maybe 3 to 4 shootouts when someone tried to take my life. And what happened is they let a couple of bullets fly and they didn't care who was in the car. I gladly knocked over her car seat. She fell over on her side. I tore up out of there. I had to get up out of there. But not before she said, "Daddy, where all the firecrackers come from?" Right. Yeah, I was going a little cuckoo in the streets of Delaware, and I committed an act of something I did time for and everything like that when I was on the run for attempted murder. I was on Delaware's most wanted list, #1, and I did this for 4.5 years. I had an episode, a bad breakdown. I started hearing voices, started seeing things, and it wasn't healthy. I went to the emergency psychiatrist in Harlem Hospital, and they put them slippers on me, and they diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenic and manic depressive bipolar. That hit like a ton of bricks. I really did not. I mean, people called me crazy before, but for them to actually say this is what you are, crazy. Oh man, clinically crazy. I don't know. If it didn't feel good, it didn't feel good at all. It enhanced things. Because now you're more aware of things that's going on. Before I used to walk the streets, and maybe if I had a bad episode or attitude, I could walk by somebody and I could think they cut their eye a certain way at me, but they was just looking. Someone could have said something on a cell phone, but I took it literally the wrong way. I could think someone said they tried to kill me. And I'm not passive at all. I'm quite aggressive, and I jump on those kind of things in a heartbeat. David doesn't use medication. He does 101 things, and it's not no half an hour to an hour. It's as long as it takes. But David said I was misdiagnosed. He said that it was post-traumatic stress syndrome, meaning that I've been through so much trauma, I've been through so much extremeness in my lifestyle that's my body adapting or my mind adapting to that way of life, even though I'm not in the war anymore. Almost all gangbangers are traumatized and dealing with some type of pain. This is the reason why they're gangbanging in the first place. The greatest thing I could say is by example. Seeing someone be infuriated or mad and do the walk away thing. The most powerful thing I ever seen, I think, in my life is it was in the Bronx years ago. An African man had lost his whole family. I mean, he lost everybody. Wife, kids, everything. And this man was holding each and every one of them caskets. Not a tear dropped out his eye. He smiled like he knew there was God. I hope to be that powerful, and I show my daughters and my sons like stuff like that all the time. But me personally, I can only strive to get there. But that's the most compelling and most powerful thing I ever seen in my life. And I done been around powerful machinery that tears down lives. So to see that with just nothing but God's creation is more than what I can speak on. Much more than I can speak on.
Hi, I'm Terry Williams. Can I tell you that it is way past time for us to come face to face with the issue of mental illness in the black community? That it's time for us to stop hiding it behind closed doors? Let's show those with mental illness that they aren't alone. Share ourselves. Healing starts with us.